Welcome back. Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive thanks to that detailed transcript you shared from the Infomen. We're getting a really close look at the claims and what users are actually saying about Organifi Shilajit Gummies. Supplements are always kind of tricky, results vary so much. But our mission here is to, well, cut through some of that noise. So we're talking about these chewy supplements. They're packed with Himalayan shilajit.
Right, which is that ancient Ayurvedic adaptogen.
Exactly. And trace minerals, plus those fulvic and himic acids everyone talks about.
And the big promise, the claim, is basically more energy.
Yeah, fighting fatigue, supporting your mitochondria, the cell powerhouses.
Supercharging them, essentially, for better vitality overall.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
All right, so what really jumps out from the analysis, especially in that transcript you sent, it's the quality satisfaction. Like a really high number of customers seem genuinely happy. They're reporting that the product, quote, genuinely delivers results.
Genuinely delivers, okay.
And, the science bit behind that potential efficacy often points to those fulvic acids.
Ah, right. How do they work again?
Well, think of fulvic acid like a delivery service. It's really good at aggressively shuttling those important trace minerals right into your cells, which makes your mitochondria work more efficiently.
Okay, so better mineral delivery equals more efficient energy production.
Exactly. And if you connect that mechanism to the user feedback, well, it lines up with what people are reporting.
That perceived efficiency, yeah. That must be what's driving those core benefits people mention, like energy and focus.
Precisely. Users talk about immediate effects, or pretty immediate, like sharper thinking, clearer focus.
Less brain fog, I saw that mentioned.
Definitely less brain fog. And here's the kicker. Some users said they saw changes in just 1 week.
1 week, wow. Okay, in the supplement world, that sounds, well, incredibly fast.
It does sound fast.
How do we square that, with how biology usually works? Is it just placebo or?
That speed is really fascinating. And look, we always have to consider the placebo effect, of course. But the anecdotal evidence for these rapid cognitive effects seems pretty strong in this case. It's not just physical energy either.
Right. You mentioned something else.
Yeah, users kept bringing up feeling more balanced, emotionally steady.
Okay, so a mental and emotional component, too. That's significant.
It really is. People were talking about like a better vibe, better clarity, and better productivity seemed to follow.
So for a lot of folks, that mental clarity, that mood lift, maybe driven by faster nutrient absorption, was just as valuable as the physical buzz.
It certainly seems that way based on the feedback. A major plus for many.
Okay. Sounds like a clear win for most people then. Pretty intense highs, maybe. But, when something delivers intense highs, the lows, the downsides can sometimes be just as dramatic. Let's shift to the reality check. The taste. Was that a main issue?
Yeah, that seems to be the big hiccup. While lots of users actually found the taste fine, even enjoyable, and loved the convenience, the critique from those who didn't like it was pretty harsh in some cases.
Harsh, like just didn't prefer it? Or
No, more than that. We're talking descriptions like needing to spit it out or even had to throw the whole bottle away.
Oof. Okay, so if you happen to dislike that unique, kind of earthy flavor,
Yeah.
you really dislike it.
It seems so, which makes it a bit of a high-risk purchase for that minority.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I remember the source material mentioned this was made worse by the return policy.
Exactly. That was the secondary complaint. For those customers who had that really strong negative reaction to the taste, finding out the return policy was pretty inflexible just became this major frustration, like they'd wasted their money.
Right, adding insult to injury. Okay, so let's try and synthesize this.
Okay, so in conclusion, for the vast majority, it looks like these gummies do deliver. Better energy, clearer focus, that mood lift we talked about. They're convenient, seem effective for most people who try them.
But, big but.
Big but. The taste is really personal, potentially very off-putting for some, and, results are always going to vary individually.
Standard supplement caveats.
Right. But the real tension here, I think, lies in that split experience.
The majority loving it versus the minority really, really not.
Yeah, and how the company policy plays into that. It raises this interesting question, right? When you're assessing a supplement like this, how much weight should you give to the manufacturer's return policy? Especially if it seems kind of rigid, maybe suggesting they lack a bit of confidence in everyone loving it.
How does that stack up against all the overwhelmingly positive stories about how well it works for others?
Exactly. It's that uncomfortable rub between, strong reported results and maybe weaker confidence in keeping every single customer happy.
That is a tricky balance. Definitely something for you, the listener, to mull over. Well, thank you again for giving us these sources to examine today. Hopefully this deep dive into the Shilajit claims gave you some useful clarity. We'll catch you next time.